Okay, so smart approach to DSA examination. What is it that you'll have to focus on? How to plan? Few general tips. See, your entire paper is an IT based paper. It's a technology based paper. But what happens is, even if it's a technology based paper, you have an element of, technical concepts. You also have an element of general management, yeah, some bit of common sense, some bit of story writing skills. If you have, you'll be able to remember this section easily. Whereas here is where you'll have to spend so much time. And all of this, think from an angle of the largest company you're doing an audit. Imagine the largest organization. Imagine if you're doing it for a very big entity. Think from a macro perspective, not from a micro perspective. So a few basic tips. The chain is as strong as its weakest link. If you believe there is some sort of a weakness, please ensure you read 2-3 times extra. And do not panic saying it's too much of technology. I wrote my exam long back, all those things. It's extended common sense. If you see this entire thing, it is nothing but common sense related to what you see and hear. You'll be able to do it. And all of them are IT. You're in an IT era. We morning since we wake up till we sleep, we sleep, we eat, we live on technology. So it's not that it is not possible. It's very simple. Please have a watch over time. Nice statement which I made. Watch over time. Okay, because you need to ensure that you are able to answer within the prescribed time period. Generally, my experience is that all of them are, my experience when I say after interacting with students is that reasonably they're able to answer the exam within the time frame of whatever 2 hours is. Few basic tips. After understanding each chapter, prepare the purpose or a few logical, what is the main core message in that chapter. Try to relate it with practical experience. You will be able to easily remember those topics. It could be a good experience, bad experience, funny experience. Remember, after reading every chapter, maybe you can prepare a small conceptual summary, just as a small footnotes, handouts, etc. And write and practice the keywords, because sometimes you have to remember it, especially OSI model. What are the 7 layers in OSI model? Write and practice. It's okay. That's a simple way. Gone are the days where we sat and wrote something. No problem. Let's go back to a student mode. Please write and practice. Next comes a few special strategies for DSA examination. Now, when I speak about few special strategies for a DSA examination, first, after you prepare one particular chapter, quickly glance through the chapter at a high level. When I say high level, you have chapter 6.1, 6.2, 6.3, 6.4. Only go through that. Visualize whether have you got the gist of the chapter. What are they trying to look into? Second, read the glossary. Very, very important. Glossary can give you marks. Okay, and the glossary in the case of DSA is a separate handout which is there. It is available on the institute website, or you can pick and choose it. It's a very useful exercise. Read the heading or sentence prior to the bullet points. Those could be examination questions, especially MCQ questions. You read some 4 points, 5 points, just to read 1 or 2 lines above. That could be an examination. Which of the following is not? And always remember to read a topic with 4 points, or even 4 to 8 also is okay, but wherever 3 to 5, that range is there, no? That is very important, because it becomes a MCQ question. Of course, within that also they can ask you a question, but conceptually it becomes clear. And you also have 2 levels of exam. One is eligibility test and another is assessment test. Eligibility test predominantly will be focused from your book, and if you go through your book a little more properly, practice a few mock exam papers, you should be able to crack it. Your assessment test, which is your final exam, it requires some bit of standardization and applying of your mind and logic. So maybe a little bit more extra preparation. I would highly recommend. Go through the material, glance through, practice MCQ questions. Practice MCQ questions. Very important. It is not sufficient if you just read. You need to practice them. Okay. Try to prepare a chapter overview like this. I mean, this is just to give an example. In the first part, we covered what is the components, chapter number 1. We covered these. So like this, if you prepare a small chapter, what happens? It becomes very easy for you to prepare and read through. Next, ये MCQ questions क्या है? कैसे करना है? Correct? It's typically where in an MCQ question you have a stem, that is the core question. From that core question, you have multiple options. And generally you have a correct answer and you have multiple distractors. And the way the answers have decided on the questions are measured, which of the following is best, which of the following is the most, which of the following is highly recommended. That is the way in which they actually ask the question. And here you have to be very careful, let me tell you. You have to be very, very careful, because accidentally what happens, we generally tend to miss out reading a few points. Correct? So when two options are there, you always have to choose which is the best among them. And whenever you're deciding to choose which is the best of them, think of these fundamental points. A preventive control is always the best. Then comes detective, then comes corrective. Second, look from a very large organization standpoint. Don't look from a small organization. Third, do not bias your answer based on mera client chota hai, this is what we will do. Look from a very large perspective. Fourth, do not try to follow the tax audit or the statutory audit approach. Look from a technology based approach. These are few basic things we should always keep in mind. And at given at that situation, what is the most optimal is what you have to decide. Few answering MCQ questions, always choose the best answer. And very important, what happens is you may have 2 or 3 answers. You somewhat feel that both answers looks right. Always take a little extra time, understand what if happens this, what if it happens this. Choose the best answer. Okay, highest, best, maximum, least. So you have to be very careful with these words. Second, you have analogy types of question. Higher than this, lower will be this. Example, which of the following statement is true or false? High humidity, high corrosion. Low humidity, low corrosion. They can give some 4 combinations of the high humidity, low static as electricity, various combinations. So you have to be very careful with the analogy. What increases, what decreases, etc. Then this reserve type questions, you have to be very, 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 very careful. It will start with which of the following is not, which of the following is excluded. Be very, very careful, and that is why read the sentence extremely carefully. And most of you will be writing the visa exam, I think, on the online mode. So be extremely careful, especially even that word not also is important. And generally in that panic moment, we will read which of the following is, we'll forget the word not. And that's a human tendency. So double check it. Okay, read the result. And obviously you just have one option. You cannot have multiple answers. It's just one option. Few special strategies. Read the entire question. Just by reading first line, don't conclude. Go through the entire question. It will not be too big also. And you have enough time. Answer the question roughly in your mind. Okay, don't even read the options. Just roughly think, oh, what is this? And then go through the options. Then follow the elimination strategy. Eliminate the wrong answers. Remove whichever you feel is not relevant. Hey, this may not be, this may not be. It's like that Kaun Banega Crorepati, 50-50. So we remove all those things, and between those, you will have the right approach. Select the best answer I've been referring to. Read every option. This is a very important tip. Why? 90% of the time, what happens is we tend to miss out on this. Why? Because we would have read those 3 or 4 points. Suddenly, that last point, we would have just concluded with the third answer, thinking that is the answer. Maybe the better answer is the 4th option. And answer the question first. This I will leave it to you, because in the physical mode, you have to sit and color it. In online mode, you have an option. If you want to review a question, you can click on that. You get one option over there. So those of you who have not taken the online test, there'll be a mock test, etc. You can just go take it and make an educated guess. I'll show you what is an educated guess in the next few questions. Some sample questions to think, to decide how our mind should work. These are not to test your knowledge, to think how our mind should work. Let's take an example. During an audit of financial statements, it was found that simple errors of data entry were occurring when 2 digits, either individually or part of the larger sequence, were reversed. That means they're only saying there is a reversal. So which of the error is this? We discussed this today, if you recollect. Correct? So the answer is not substitution, it is transposition. The answer is option D. Correct? So that is where you need to keep in mind to understand what each of the equation expectations. Addition is new digit, truncation is removal. These both cannot be the answer. Remove them. Substitution, transposition. Substitute, transport, substitute. Substitute is instead of one letter, another letter comes. Transposition is A and B becomes B and A. So that is the answer. Second, which of the following controls are responsible for maintaining the chronology of events from the time a sender dispatches a message to the time a receiver obtains the message? Now you're fully confused. I never studied this in the syllabus. Sir, ye kya hai? Now this is where educated guess comes into picture. Every question, identify the stem. What are they asking? They're asking about controls. What is the feature of the control? The control feature is it maintains a chronology, and all the controls maintain chronology. But with respect to what they're asking, dispatch, receive. Go back to your Indian contract one. Dispatch, receive. Somewhere you have read communication is complete as against the recipient, as against the acceptor, sender, receiver. When he puts inside the post box, when the postman takes it, so many things we studied. That means what are we speaking about? Communication. The answer is communication. That's all. Do not complicate things. Do not complicate things. There's a simple way to crack this. This is something to say, do not think too much. Mr. X entered into contract with Y to for household products via online cash on delivery. So it's an e-commerce online transaction order. As per the terms, delivery was supposed to make within 3 days. Due to the delivery on the 4th day, Mr. X said that I will not take the product because you said 3 days, you are giving me on 4th day, cancel. What is this? Now look at this. This can be risk associated with control, risk associated with security, risk associated with transaction, risk associated with e-commerce. If you see, all of them are correct. It looks like it's a risk associated with control, security, transaction, e-commerce. Then you think, okay, control, security may not be the right answer. Transaction is the right answer, is what you will conclude. No. The answer is risk associated with e-commerce. Why? This is a risk which can happen only in e-commerce. In any other, it's no doubt a transaction risk. It's no doubt a transaction risk. But what is the nature of transaction? E-commerce. Therefore, it is a risk associated with e-commerce. So you need to be very, very clear in terms of these things. Next, arrange in chronological order. Expect this type of questions: A, B, C, D. Risk, threat, vulnerability, impact. All of this. Risk will come last. First, there is a vulnerability. Correct. Then there is a impact of that, the threat, and the risk. So you can expect this chronological sort of questions as well. Next. Sometimes you'll not understand why this question is asked at all. What is the best definition to define a human being in terms of a system? You'll be thinking, am I answering biology question or what is this? Don't bother. Read the options. Physical, 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 physical. Probability, 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 probability. Manual, manual, automatic, manual. Close, close, open, close, open. You understand the pattern? There is one question, one option which has all the answers. That is the answer. Physical is there, probabilistic is there, manual is there, close is there, open also is there. That is the answer. That's all. Go by logic. Human being, is he a physical? Yes. Is he a probabilistic behavior? Yes. Today at this time, if your staff come late, you will be quiet. Tomorrow at this time, your staff come late, you might shout. You don't know. Probably. Are you a manual or automated? We are manual. Are we closed or are we open? We are both. Sometimes we keep our mouth shut. Example, in front of our wife. Sometimes we have to discuss normally. Correct? So it's a combination of those. Next, sample questions in terms of BCP. This is a very beautiful question if you ask me. Very interesting question. Tests your logic to the core. Okay, give it a try. You can drop a message in the chat window. BCP includes various plans to be prepared. Emergency plan, backup plan, recovery plan, testing plan. So the 4 phases of BCP plan they've already given you. Now, BCP as a process has to be started before disaster, correct? An entity without a BCP shall not be going concern after disaster. Some story there will be. All plans are documented before the disaster. Now they've told already these are 4. Out of these 4 plans, which is that plan where a major part is executed before a disaster? Which is that major part which is executed much before disaster? Very, very interesting question. Now this is where you have to decide whether all 4 emergency plan, backup plan, test plan, recovery plan. Now this is where you have to apply your mind. You can say, sir, all 4 are decided before BCP. One way. But look at this, they say, of the 4, which are those where major plan is executed before disaster? For this, you have to use a simple logic. What is emergency plan? When disaster happens, after that, what you do is emergency. What is backup? Periodically take a backup. When will you take a backup? Before or after? Before. Recovery plan. When will you recover? Before or after? After. When will you test it? Before or after? You will test it before, not after. Therefore, what is the answer? Backup and testing. Are you clear? So this is where educated guess makes a whole lot of difference. What is the reference material I need to study? I know Normally, if you are a CA intern or a CA final student, you have a lot of time to study reference material. These are, we do not have. Let us admit it. What material to refer? Institute material. Latest has notified. In case of DSA, there is no updation. There's only one material. I've already showed you where the link is. Please download that. Second, DSA question bank. There's a beautiful question bank with answers. Please pick it up online. I will share it to you also depending on how it is. The links are available online. You can just pick it up. Go to PQC website, post-qualification course ICI. You will get all of this. DSA question bank. Mock test paper. One more very, very good reference material, especially for your AT, your eligibility test, whatever is that. You can use that. Good way for you to prepare, and they're good 5 to 6, 5, I think 5 question banks are there. Very good way. You can spend quality time and prepare out of it. It's available in the ICI web page. Okay. Now this is one additional tip. Now somewhere you feel that you have lost touch. You have not, you are not so very fully thorough. Some of technological concepts you are still lacking for various reasons. You can do one very interesting thing. The ICAI student journal, if you pick up the respective journals which you can see on the screen, you can go to online ICAI website. You just go choose ICAI student journal, you will get this. You have to go to archive, go choose this particular month. You will get the entire, I repeat, you will get the entire information or the chapter in summarized form. So your entire, EIS or IET or ISCA, whatever you can call it, that subject is concised into about 20-30 pages. So wherever you feel your fundamentals are weak, go through that. It's a very, very good handy document. Even if you're able to spend about a week, 1 hour every day, you'll be able to finish all the 3. Very, very good document because your fundamentals become very, very clear there. Of course, there it is even more from a younger student perspective, correct? Or a not so mature student perspective, because as a CA, it's expected that you have good amount of exposure on various things. So these are good things which you can definitely refer. So my concluding remarks are very simple. A chain is as strong as its weakest link. Right from our initial days, we have been told that technology is very difficult. That is embedded here. Go beyond that. Second, keep calm. This is a CA exam. It's not a storm. You can still crack it. All of you are already chartered accountants. Okay, you already cracked the CA exam. So DSA is not going to be a very complicated thing. Okay, on your mark, the time starts now. Not literally now, but the choice is yours. I'm not sure when you will be writing the examination, but make sure you will be able to get a lot of value addition from what you're actually doing. Okay, so these are my contact coordinates. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you to the branch. Thank you for all the members for giving me this opportunity, and I'll be happy to take any questions if you have anything. Thank you so much.